I'll give it a shot.
Go ahead, Joe.
I'll give it a, yeah. Will you be, so look, government spending can raise inflation primarily by boosting aggregate demand faster than the economy's productive capacity can expand.
ChatGPT.
So it's a calculation. Demand pull effect. The GDP identity, right? Look it up.
Joe,
you wanted to know what the answer was.
Did you even understand what you read? Did you get a ChatGPT prompt?
Yes, no, I clearly understood what I read. You don't understand it.
I didn't understand it because I don't even think you
What's not clear to me
the question
is why the Florida man is in the audience. I'm confused about that.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you what.
Audience.
Let me tell you what. Why did you ask the question if you already know the answer, man?
I don't know the answer, but at least when you put it in ChatGPT, make it to sound less AI, because what you just read now is something you put in Gemini or ChatGPT. Do you even understand what it says? Can you dumb it down for me a little bit?
Yeah, I'm on the side that understands that when the government, I'll give you a small example to dumb it down. Are you familiar with prevailing wage?
No, that's actually dumbing it up for me. I don't know what that is.
So see, that's the problem. We're talking to people that don't understand the world around them, especially you, Ben.
I know.
So when we make explanations, then we sound crazy as shit to stupid people.
I know. But I'm just still trying to understand how Trump taking a $10 billion stake in Intel is going to raise the prices of Intel's goods or the industry. How Trump taking stakes in companies like IBM, L3 Harris, I think Lockheed, how they're going to raise the prices to their customers. I'm still trying to understand that. And it neither
from understanding when you said they're taking a stake. You said they're taking a stake. Are you saying that the Trump administration bought stock in the company?
They did, yes.
Oh,
yes.
They bought stock. So the United States government bought stock in a company.
The United States owns 10% of Intel.
Okay, Ben, I'm not trying to get excited. I'm just trying to make sure I'm understanding you. You're saying that the United States government partnered with Intel
No. Let
me finish. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
I'm just trying. Okay. In order for me to make an investment in a company, I'm either buying their stock, right? Or they have an IPO, right? Initial price offering. There's some way that I have to get involved in this company. So what you're telling? I'm sorry, Ben?
Or you can give them a loan.
Oh, so now which one is it? Is a loan means that they have to pay it back, correct?
Yes.
I like Tommy. He said T-bills, bonds, everything else. So you said that Trump put a stake in these businesses, but you're not giving me the clear understanding.
Exactly what it's like. I own 100% of a piece of a pie. You come and you take 10% of it. It's your own. You put it in your pocket.
How do I take 10% of your business, Ben? How do I do that?
You paid for the 10%. You paid.
How did I pay? How did I pay, Ben?
Literally bought the shares.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to make sure, Ben, let's have a conversation. I just want to make sure I'm understanding. You're saying that the U.S. government went to Intel and purchased their shares to be part of their company.
Yes.
Okay. Please send that to my back channel because I've never heard this before.
Edward literally is the bought Intel shares at 118.
I just told you, Ben. I've never heard of this. Just send it to my back channel.
Okay. You've never. Oh, okay. I'm surprised that. Okay. I'll send it to you. It's literally out there.
Ben, you know what I learned, Ben? Ben, I don't know everything. I don't listen to everything. I don't listen to all the things. Because what
if it's true? Is it?
If it's true, Ben, I'm going to say to you, I still do not think that the United States government should be involved in commerce. I don't like that the federal government is the largest employer in the United States. I don't like the fact that they own a bunch of federal land. I think that we, the people of the United States, should be controlling our own lives. So the government has overreach. And this is what our founding fathers did not want to happen. They wanted the people to control the outcome of the economy, not the government.
Okay, I'm getting the link. I think the link is
the people is the government. The government is the people.
Okay. Do you believe that? Do you believe that you?
That
Do
is
you guys
it.
believe that?
That is what it is.
Okay.
It's
So
a
you said
representative. It's a representative government. Hold on, Peter. It's a representative government of the people.
For example, Mullah cannot represent Iran. And this is a very contradictory example. All the governments are not the proxy of the people. It depends. For example, they say that this government is better to represent their people, but they are not fully able to represent the people. Never.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be of the people. However, we can clearly see that the Washington Beltway is a good old boy system that is not in favor
that's
of the common man.
fault. We have become so combative towards one another. We let them take over, and it's your fault, Joe. It is your fault, Mr. Edward. It is your fault, Peter. It's your fault, Matt, Bema, Timothy, Holly, you, him, her, him.
Self accountability. I never heard you say me.
Because I keep telling you, stop fighting these racial wars, and it's a class war, but you don't give a fuck. You want to keep fighting the racial wars. You want to keep fighting Democrats and Republicans. I say, hey, Joe, stop fighting Democrats and Republicans. It's a class system. It's the rich versus the poor. And you say, no, I keep telling you, motherfuckers.
We still have elections, okay? So you can connect. So follow out your plan, Concrete. What do we do? Nothing at all? Don't vote, right?
We revolt. Joe. We stop going to work until we get what we
burn it all down, right, Concrete?
Joe, you don't have to burn it.
You burn it all down?
Joe, you don't have to burn it down to revolt, Joe. All you got to do is stop going to work, Joe. If everybody stops going to work, we'll get what we want, Joe.
Going to work. Yeah, you go ahead and run on that.
Laughable? You think that's a joke? You think it's a joke?
Well, when people are striving for their own lives, I don't think you're going to get many people to stop working. But
what do you mean? You can go to work during COVID.
Take you more serious if you quit paying your taxes.
Right now?
Concrete. I'd take you more serious if you said quit paying your taxes, right?
Joe, you don't understand. You think it's a game. You're still comfortable. You're still happy. There hasn't been enough misery in your life for you to revolt. But when the misery gets to where it needs to go, then you'll figure out what to do.
You don't know anything about me or what I've done in my life
American
or how active I am.
If every American sits their butt down and we write one email, we have a group email from all Americans. In that email, it says we want free. Hold on, Joe. We want education. We want health care. Done. And then we'll go back to work.
So, Concrete, earlier this morning, you made a great point about the hubris nature of white people. Do you believe you're being hubris right now, projecting that you know anything about me or Edward or our activity, Bema, Himothy, Matt, our activity or inactivity, and what we're trying to do to make our society better? Is it hubris to think
Joe,
that?
Listen, no,
it is very hubris to think
it's very
that.
common sense. When I say
it's very hubris. You're full of ignorance right now to project onto people that you have no idea.
Joe, do you think you're smarter than me? Do you think you have more experience in life than me, Joe? Do you think you make more money than me, Joe? Joe, do you make more money than me? Joe, do you have more education than me? Did you go to college as long as me, Joe? Joe, yes or no?
Hold on.
Did you go to college longer than me?
Hold on.
Do you have more experience than me? Are you smarter than me? Do you have more money than me, Joe?
Literally, hold on. I want to point out what you just did here.
It's a yes or no, Joe.
You got on stage.
It's a yes or no, Joe.
You can calm down. Don't start screaming and hollering.
Just answer my questions. We don't need a recap.
Earlier for being so.
Joe,
cool.
I don't care about your compliments right now, Joe.
All right, concrete.
I care about your I care about your superiority complex, Joe.
You took this moral superiority, this high ground, this moral high ground, saying that you are better than the others on this stage because you've been telling us how we shouldn't fight each other.
Yes.
And then you proceeded to fight each one of us, and now you're fighting me. Make it make sense, bro. Follow your own advice.
Joe, we're in a conversation right now, Joe, and you want to twist everything be right. But guess what, Joe? I will hold your hand. I will fight with you against our true enemy. You want to keep fighting your fake enemies. You want to keep fighting Democrats. You want to keep fighting black people. Those are your fake enemies. Those are your scapegoats. Your real enemy is Peter. That's your real enemy. Sorry. Exactly. Your real enemy is the elite, money-grubbing, greedy motherfuckers that have put us all in chains.
Okay, so concrete.
But you haven't fought yet, Joe. You want to fight me instead.
Concrete. Hold on, Peter. Concrete. I'm gonna ask. Let's have a conversation. Concrete. Okay. So you're saying right now, the enemy of the people is who? Who's the enemy of the people? Concrete.
Mr. Edwards, I've said this enough times that you should be having an answer to that question.
I want to know.
I think you do. No. I think you do. I think you do have the answer to that question.
No, I'm asking you.
And now you want to bring this conversation.
Can we just have a conversation, please?
Now you want to bring this conversation to a crawl, asking me these rudiments.
I do.
Yeah. Well, guess what? I'm not interested, buddy.
Okay. So that means you're my enemy, then,
You've
right?
been
Concrete.
4 years.
I'm glad he's in the Matrix, guys.
Buddy,
I'm glad he's in the Matrix. I'm so glad you're in the Matrix.
Your mic is junk, Concrete.
What you want?
Look, no, Concrete, take a minute. Your mic's junk.
He is full of fun.
So we just went full circle here.
Yes,
Concrete
exactly.
Concrete said, he was pushing back on Edwards, saying that the government is of, by, and for the people. And then I pointed out, I said, but Concrete, it's clear that the Washington Beltway is this corrupt good old boy system that doesn't look out for the common person, the common man. Then Concrete proceeds to go all the way around, full circle in this conversation to prove, to feel good about it, to then say to Joe, you don't know what I'm talking about because I am always against the elite. Bro, I literally started off by pushing back on you, saying clearly the elite in Washington, so tired of it.
We need to.
If you're tired of it,
excuse me, Joe.
You can hit
excuse me, Joe. Can you stop interrupting me? Can you stop interrupting me? And this shows. Excuse me, Edward, Mr. Edward.
No.
We gotta have mutual respect. We gotta have mutual respect. I didn't interrupt you, sir. I didn't interrupt you, sir.
You did, because we were having a conversation.
You know what? You know what? I apologize. Did I interrupt you when I started speaking?
Yes, because you were in the Matrix. You didn't realize that.
Okay, you know what? Go ahead.
Okay, so I asked you a question, and you said I would already know. Who are you saying, from your perspective, is our enemy? That's my question to you.
I already told you I'm not entertaining your rudimentary question to slow down the conversation. Are you going to take no as an answer? Are you going to take no as an answer? Or are you going to try to force and manipulate yourself on me? You got to make an ethical decision right now. You got to make a moral decision right now. Are you going to try to force yourself on me?
No.
Are you going to try to force yourself on me?
No. Concrete.
My friend, welcome to the Drama Hour, where we have drama creators live streaming them onto YouTube. I think you yourself are a bit of a drama creator.
You think me clever, but you are stagnating, regressing the conversation. Joe knows what I'm talking about. Matt knows what I'm talking about. Beamer sure as hell know what I'm talking about. Timothy knows what I'm talking about. Peter, who speaks other languages, another country, knows what I'm talking about. Joe knows what I'm talking about. But here you go. Holly knows, shows, Ben knows.
All right, he's just fighting people, and we're just going in circles, and it's starting to get boring. So I moved him down. I think Char wanted to jump in. We're going to give Char, tell us how we're wrong. And then Trent's been wanting to talk to me, and we'll go ahead with Trent.
Yeah, so can you hear me 100%? I'm not cutting out?
You're good.
Okay, good. Well, that's what $300 of headphones will do for you. But anyways, Joe, listen, I don't see how you're against the elites or against any form of government when you're sitting up here promoting, and it don't get a twist. I'm not just talking just about Trump, but you believe in this fucking two-party system that's a part of the fucking part of the system that's keeping you oppressed, keeping everyone else oppressed, taking their money, lying to your face, and doing all kinds of fucked up shit. My only question is, how do you say that you're against the shit that's going on, right? Or you're against big government, big pharma, big government, and the elite, when you're sitting up here engaging in the game of the elites, which is nothing but bread and circles. Can you answer that for me? Because my whole thing is,
I don't understand your question. Here, you pointed to a problem. Can you tell us what the solution is?
Can you hear me?
What's the solution? Let's not play the games. You don't have to make the room about it.
No, I can't. No, I couldn't hear you for a second, Joe.
Okay.
God damn it.
That's fine. Let's just not play games. You pointed to the problem of the two-party system. Can you tell us what the solution?
Yeah, the solution is what the fuck Concrete just said. If you have any balls. But wait. Thomas Jefferson gave you a solution. Wait, Joe, listen. Thomas Jefferson, one of the founding forefathers, or circa one of the founding forefathers, right? Or one of the people that established certain things, right? He told you to have a fucking uprising, a revolt against the government every 19 years. And he was one of the fucking presidents of the United States. The reason why he said that, because he knows better than you or I or anybody on the stage or anybody fucking listening in the audience, obviously, that when you allow government to have that much control over you, and it's even worse than in his time, because people back then had the brains and gall involved to act when they see that they're being oppressed. What they did was they went up and rose up with guns and said, "No, we're not having this shit. You change this shit, we're gonna fuck shit up." Just like everywhere else. Everywhere else, people do that same fucking thing, but in America. So my point is, that's the solution to it. Now, don't pay your taxes. If you don't want to take the nonviolent approach, take the fucking financial approach, right? Fucking go to war with your money, by not spending on big on these companies, and not paying your taxes, not going to work and telling them as a collective, fuck this shit. That will make them change in a millisecond, in a microsecond. All right?
Are you going to be a leader?
Go to war with these motherfuckers.
Are you going to be a leader in the revolt?
Oh, no, I'm just telling you what you should do. Me, I'm just going to sit back and watch this place burn itself down. I'm going to be
not going to do anything about it.
I'm trying to, hey, Joe, I'm trying to give you, I'm trying
You're
to
not
put
going to
you
do
on
anything
game.
about it.
Oh, damn, man, I'm going to sit up here and
You're just going to chill.
I'm going to drink 100 ounce fucking red wine, all right, and eat my teriyaki and watch this place burn the fuck down.
Burn it down. But I'm not going to be the one that lights the match.
No, I'm just no. If you know, but see, I'm only
You're just going to incite it, right?
Joe, no, I'm not. I'm just telling. It's not about inciting anything. It's about telling you what you should do if you believe in this country. I don't believe in this country. I think this country needs to be destroyed, like the Bible says it needs to be destroyed. It's going to be destroyed by nuclear fire.
First of all, Char. First of all, could you give me chapter and verse where the Bible says America should be destroyed?
Believe that's Revelation, the 18th chapter, where it talks about Mystery Babylon the Great to be destroyed by fire. That's
so you
and also I also can go into where it talks about Russia and Persia and these other nations going to war. Was it Gog and Magog going to war with the beast?
Okay. So if I hold on, Peter, 1 second. So Char, so you're saying to us that in the book of Revelation that the United States of America is Babylon. Is that what you're telling me?
A virgin daughter mystery Mystery Babylon, yeah.
Okay. And you come to that conclusion because of what?
Because of, what do you mean by, because of what?
No. How did you come to the conclusion that the United States of America is Babylon?
Let's see, the infrastructure of America, when you look at some of these districts, is designed similar to Babylon. They have similar Babylonian philosophies of universalism, right? Let's see, there's a whole bunch of confusion because that's what Babylon or Babel means, which is confusion. And you have nothing but confusion. You have people who don't know, that believe that there's 250,000 genders. There's a whole bunch of fucking religions in this country. People don't know what the fuck, if they're coming and going. That's part of it. Also, too, it also talks about how the nations got rich off of Babylon through their trades, and they're going to, well, it literally tells that. I can sit up here and post book, chapter, and verse where it talks about how the nations well when the place is destroyed because of the riches that they gain off of this place. And the only country that we've ever seen that happen with is America.
Okay. So, Char, one of the things I've learned on how God operates, he deals with the individual. He says, work out your own salvation. But what you just said to this stage, that the whole nation of the United States is Babylon, based on the activity of individual people, whether they know what their gender is or not gender, whatever. The last I checked, and correct me if I'm wrong, Char, I want to just make sure. When I, Edward, stand before God, who's going to be standing there with me?
Literalism. I was talking about the nation.
No. I'm just going to ask a question. I'm part of the United States. I'm part of the...
Each to greater liberty. This is also a general law of biology. For all development is structuralization. That is, a limitation and specialization of an originally indeterminate protoplasm, which latter may therefore be called free in the definition of a pedant. There shall be no property in human flesh. Every man and every woman hath right indefeasible to give the body for the enjoyment of any other. The exercise of that right shall not be punished either by law or by custom. There shall be no penalty, either by loss or curtailment of liberty, of rights, of wealth, or of social esteem. But this freedom shall be respected of all, seeing that it is the right of the bodily will. For this same reason thou shalt cause full restriction and punishment of any who may seek to limit that freedom for the sake of his own profit or desire or ideal. Every man and every woman hath full right either to grant or to deny the body. As the will speaketh within, this being made custom, the evils of love, which are many, extending to the disturbance, not only of body but of mind, and that in obscure parts shall little by little disappear from the face of his unspeakable glory. So that art the child of mine own bowels, how shall I write to thee concerning children? For herein is the Gordian knot in our whole rope of wisdom, and it may not be severed by sword, no, not greater than Alexander the Two-Horned, and it is a balance like that of the egg, and the violence of a Columbus will but crack the tender shell, which we must first of all preserve. Now sentinel to this fortress standeth a certain paradox of general application, and in this large order I will declare it, so that its particular sense may enlighten thy mind hereafter. And this is the paradox, that there are bonds which lead to slavery, and limit, and it is for ourselves in great part to determine whether they shall enslave us or emancipate us. And I will make clear this thesis to thee by the way of illustration. There shall be no property in human thought. Let each think as he will concerning the universe. But let none seek to impose their thought upon another by any threat of penalty in this world or any other way. Look now, though I enkindle thee to effort in thy way, yet it is the way of thy will. And I say not even that thou dost well to haste therein, for the whole matter lieth in thy will, and to force thyself against thy nature would be an obstacle to thy passage. But if I urge thee to run well this race as an athlete, it is because I have perceived in thy nature that fierce lust and mighty concentration in that will. And I write this letter unto thee, knowing well that thou wilt rejoice exceedingly therein, since it is an expression of thine own will. And it may be a discovery thereof, which thing thou vehemently seekest. I charge thee therefore that thou permit none to tyrannize any other in thought, or to threaten, or in any other wise to blaspheme the great liberty of our Father, the Son, in the great cosmos, or of his viceregent in the little. Motu vitae, learn then, O my son, that all phenomena are the effects of conflict, even as the universe itself is a nothing expressed as the difference of two equalities, or an thou wilt, as the divorce of Newit and Hittites. So therefore every marriage dissolveth a more material, and createth a less material complex. And this is our way of love, rising ever from ecstasy to ecstasy. So then all high violence, that is to say all consciousness, is the spiritual orgasm of a passion between two lower and grosser opposites. Thus light and heat result from the marriage of hydrogen and oxygen. Love from that of man and woman, Diana, or ecstasy from that of the ego and the non-ego. But be thou well grounded in this thesis corollary, that one or two such marriages do but destroy for a time. The exacerbation of any complex to deracinate such is a work of long habit and deep search in darkness for the germ thereof. But this once accomplished, that particular complex is destroyed or sublimated forever. De Morbius. Woman, understand that all Opo seek into the way of nature created. Violence of thine excretory system do its function not at its fullest. There come poisons in the blood, and the consciousness is modified by the conflicts. The marriage
merges between the elements heterogeneous. If the liver be not efficient, we have melancholy. If the kidneys coma, if the testes or ovaries, loss of personality itself. Also, and we poison the blood directly with belladonna. We have delirium vehement and furious with hashish, visions fantastic and enormous, with analonium, ecstasy of color and whatnot, with divers germs of disease, disturbances of consciousness varying with the nature of the germ also. With ether, we gain the power of analyzing the consciousness into its planes, and even of discovering the hidden will and judgment upon any question. And so for many others. But all these are, in our mystical sense, poisons. That is, we take two things diverse and opposite, binding them together so that they are compelled to unite. And the orgasm of each marriage is an ecstasy, the lower dissolving in the higher. Lucido, now know this also, that at the now know the sorcerer, that at the end of that secret way lieth a garden wherein is a rest house prepared for thee. For to him whose physical needs are not truly satisfied, and with a physical or lunar sleep, appointed to refresh and recreate by cleansing and peace. But on him that is bodily pure the Lord bestoweth a solar or lucid sleep, wherein move images of pure light fashioned by the true will. And this is called by the Kabbalists the sleep of Shiloh. And of this doth also Porphyry make mention, and Cicero, with many other wise men of old time compare. O my son, with this doctrine, that which was taught thee in the sanctuary of Gnosis concerning the death of the righteous, and learn moreover that these are but particular cases of an universal formula. My son, if thou fastly, there shall come unto thee a second state of physiological being, in which is a delight. A contentment of weakness with a feeling of lightness and of purity, and this is because the Buddha observed in its such also is the case with the mind which hath not fed itself on thought. Consider the placid and ruminant existence of such persons as read little are removed from worldly struggle by some sufficient property of small and unexciting value, stably invested, and by age and environment is truth and passion they lay according to their
Long, oh my son, in this digression from the plain path of my word concerning children. But it was most needful that thou shouldst understand the limits of true liberty. For that is not the will of any man which ultimate in his own ruin, and that of all his fellows. And that is not liberty whose exercise bringeth him to bondage. Thou mayst therefore assume that it is always essential. Part in the world of any child to grow to manhood or to womanhood in health. And his guardians may therefore prevent him from ignorantly acting in opposition therunto. Care being always hidden to remove the cause of the error, namely ignorance. As aforesaid. Thou mayst also assume that it is part of the child's will to train every function of the mind. And the guardians may therefore come back with an extra what covers its development. Yet here's what's crouching with the cello. And it is better to work by exciting and satisfying any natural curiosity than by forcing observation to set down. Horrible, obvious this necessity may appear.
Say not, oh my son, that in this argument I have set limits to individual freedom for each man in this state which I purpose is fulfilling his own truth. Ruled by his eager good and innocence, and the order necessary to the welfare of all, and therefore of himself also.
But see thou well to it that thou set high the standard of satisfaction, and that to every one be a surplus of vision and of energy, so that his will of self-preservation being fulfilled by the performance of his function in the state, he may devote the remainder of his powers to the satisfaction of the other parts of his will. And because the people are oft times led first of their station, it ends up let them be instructed in the art of life to prepare food palatable and wholesome, each to his own taste, to make clothes according to fancy, with variety of individuality, and to practice the manifold crafts of love. These things being first secured, thou mayst afterward let them into the heavens of pussy and toe, of music, painting, and sculpture, and into the love of the mind itself, with its insatiable joy of all knowledge. Thence, let them soar! let each individual unit of that structure be consciously happy. But we do care that each shall fulfill its function. And the failure of even a few cells are there for fun may involve the death of the whole organism. Yet even here the complaint of a few, which we call pain, is a warning of general danger. Many cells fulfill their destiny by swift death. And this being their function, any no life resected should hemoglobin resist the attack of oxygen. The warning would perish, and the hemoglobin would not thereby save itself. Now, oh my son, do then consider deeply of these things in thine ordering of the world under the law of the Lima. For every individual in the state must be perfect in his own function, with contentment, respecting his own tasks as necessary and holy, not envious of another's, for so only mayst thou build up a free state, whose directing will shall be singly directed to the welfare of all.
Consider the bond of a cold climate, how it maketh man a slave. He must have shelter and food with fierce toil. Yet thereby he becomes strong against the elements, and his moral force waxeth, so that he is master of such men as live in lands of sun, where bodily needs are satisfied without struggle. Consider also him that willeth to excel in speed or in battle, how he denieth himself the food he craveth, and all pleasures natural to him, putting himself under the harsh order of a trainer. So by this bondage he hath, at the last, his will. Now then the one by natural and the other by voluntary restriction have come each to greater liberty. This is also a general law of bodyology, for all development is structuralization. That is a limitation and specialization of an originally indeterminate protoplasm, which latter may therefore be called free in the definition of a pedant. There shall be no property in human flesh. Every man and every woman hath right indefeasible to give the body for the enjoyment of body other. The exercise of that right shall not be punished either by law or by custom. There shall be no penalty either by loss or curtailment of liberty, of rights, of wealth, or of social esteem, but this freedom shall be respected of all, seeing that it is the right of the bodily will. For this same reason thou shalt cause full restriction and punishment of any who may seek to limit that freedom for the sake of his own profit or desire or ideal. Every man and every woman hath full right either to grant or to deny the body as the will of his unspeakable glory.
There shall be no property in human thought. Let each think as he will concerning the universe, but let none seek to impose that thought upon another by any threat of penalty in this world or any other world. Look now, though I enkindle thee to effort in thy way, yet it is the way of thy will, and I say not even that thou dost well to haste therein, for the whole matter lieth in thy will.
And to force thyself against thy nature would be an obstacle to thy passage. But if I urge thee to run well this race as an athlete, it is because I have perceived in thy nature that is lust and mighty concentration in that will. And I write this letter unto thee, knowing well that thou wilt rejoice exceedingly therein, since it is an expression of thine own will, and it may be a discovery of which thing thou vehemently seekest. I charge thee therefore that thou permit none to tyrannize any other in thought, or to threaten, or in any other wise to blaspheme the great liberty of our Father, the Son, in the great cosmos, or of his viceregent in the little.
There shall be no property, every woman thought. Let each think as he will concerning the universe, but let none seek to impose that thought upon another by any threat of penalty in this world or any other world. Look now, though I enkindle thee to effort in thy way, yet it is the way of thy will, and I say not even that thou dost well to haste therein, for the whole matter lieth in thy will.
The motu vitae. London, oh my son, that all phenomena are the effect of conflict. Even as the universe itself is a nothing expressed, as the difference of two equalities, or thou wilt, as the divorce of Nuit and Hadith, so therefore every marriage dissolveth the more material, and createth the less material complex. And this is our way of love, rising ever from ecstasy to ecstasy. So then all high violence, that is to say, all consciousness, is the spiritual orgasm of a passion between two lower and grosser opposites. Thus light and heat result from the marriage of hydrogen and oxygen, love from that of man and woman, dhyana or ecstasy from that of the ego and the non-ego. But be thou well grounded in this thesis corollary, that one or two such marriages do but destroy for a time. The exacerbation of a complex to deracinate such is a work of long habit and deep search in darkness for the germ thereof. But this once accomplished, that particular complex is destroyed or sublimated forever. D. The Morbius. Sanguinus. Now then understand that all opposites into the way of nature created. Violence if thine excretory system do its function not at its fullest. conflicts or marriages between the elements. Anything is stress. It's the liver being inefficient. We have melatonin. If the kidneys coma. If the testes or ovaries. Loss of personality itself. Also, and we poison the blood directly with belladonna. We have delirium, vehement and furious. With hashish. Visions, fantastic and enormous. With enhalonium. Ecstasy of color and whatnot. With diverse germs of disease. Disturbances of consciousness. Fear within the nature of the germ monster. Behavior. And even a discussion that we will ingest comedy justice. It's Philip for many others. But all these are, in our mystical sense, poisons. That is, we take two things diverse and opposites, binding them together, so that they are compelled to unite. And the orgasm of each marriage is an ecstasy, the lower dissolving in the higher. Lucido! Lucido! Now know this also, that at the end of that secret way lieth the garden wherein is a rest house prepared for thee, for to him whose physical needs of whatsoever kind are not truly satisfied. Come at the physical or lunar, sleep appointed to refresh, and recreate by cleansing and repose. But I've learned that is bodily pure the Lord bestoweth the solar or lucid sleep, wherein wrong images of pure light brushing by the true will. And this is called by the Kabbalists the sleep of fire. And of this double also porphyry may not him. And Cicero, with many other wise men of old time, compare, O my son, with this doctrine, that which was taught thee in the sanctuary of the gnosis concerning the death of the righteous, and learn moreover that these are but particular cases of an universal formula. My son is the son.
They will come up to the second sterile radiological being in which is a demonic pathological people within a crowd. Comfort over the weakness with the feeling of likeness.
Oh, my son, hath been this digression from the plain path of my word concerning children, but it was most needful that thou shouldst understand the limits of true liberty. For that is not the will of any man which ultimateth in his own and that of all his fellows, and that is not liberty whose exercise bringeth him to bondage. Thou mayst therefore assume that it is always an essential part of the will of any child to grow to manhood or to womanhood in health, and his guardians may therefore prevent him from ignorantly acting in opposition thereunto, care being always taken to remove the cause of the error, namely ignorance, as aforesaid. Thou mayst also assume that it is part of the child's will to train every function of the mind, and the guardians may therefore combat the inertia which hinders its development. Yet here is much caution necessary, and it is better to work by exciting and satisfying any natural curiosity than by forcing implication to set tasks, however obvious this necessity may appear. Say not, O my son, that in this argument I have set limits to individual freedom, for each man in this state which I purpose is fulfilling his own true will by his eager acquiescence in the order necessary to the welfare of all, and therefore of himself also. But see thou well to it that thou set high the standard of satisfaction, and that to every one be a surplus of religion and of energy, so that his will of self-preservation being fulfilled by the performance of his function in the state, he may devote the remainder of his powers to the satisfaction of the other parts of his will. And because the people are oft-times unlearned, not understanding pleasure, let them be instructed in the art of life, to prepare food palatable and wholesome, each to his own taste, to make clothes according to fancy, with variety of individuality, and to practice the manifold crafts of love. These things being first secured, thou mayst afterward lead them into the heavens of poesy and tale, of music, painting, and
In the body, every cell is subordinated to the general physiological control. And we who will that control do not ask whether each individual unit of that structure be consciously happy.
But we do care that each shall fulfill its function, and the failure of even a few cells or their revolt may involve the death of the whole organism. Yet even here the complaint of a few, which we call pain, is a warning of general danger. Many cells fulfill their destiny by swift death, and this being their function, they nowise resent it. Should hemoglobin resist the attack of oxygen, the body would perish, and the hemoglobin would not thereby save itself.
Now, O my son, do then consider deeply of these things in thine ordering of the world under the law of Belimoth. For every individual in this state must be perfect in his own function, with contentment, respecting his own task is necessary and holy, not envious of another's, for so make thou build up a free state, whose directing will shall be singly directed to the welfare of all. Understand first that the preservers of the peace of mankind do so by reason of their ignorance of their own true wills. Therefore, as this wisdom of mine increaseth among mankind, the false will to crime must become constantly more rare. Also, the exercise of our freedom will cause men to be born with less and ever less affliction from that dis-ease of spirit which breedeth these false wills. But in the while of waiting for this perfection, thou must by law assure to every man a means satisfying his bodily and his mental needs, leaving him free to develop in his superstructure in accordance with his will, and protecting him from any that may seek to deprive him of these vertebral rights. There shall be therefore a standard of satisfaction, though it must vary in detail with race, climate and other such conditions. And this standard shall be based upon a large interpretation of facts, biological, physiological and the like. Do not think then that by non-action thou dost follow the way of the Tao, for thy nature is action. And by hindering the discharge of thy potential thou dost perpetuate and aggravate the stress. If thou ease not nature, she will bring thee to dis-ease free. Therefore every function of thy body and of every other part of thee according to its true will. This also is most necessary, that thou discover that true will in every case. For thou art born into dis-ease, where are many false and perverted wills, monstrous, gross, parasites, vermin are they, adherent to thee by vices, beholdeth it off and fire according evil training, and of all the
these things, the subtlest and most terrible. Enemies without pity, destructive to thy will, and a menace and tyranny, even to thyself, are ideals and standards of the slave gods. False religion, false ethics, even false science. Consider, my son, that word in the call or key of the 30th is, behold the face of your God, the beginning of comfort, whose eyes are the brightness of the heavens, which provided you for the government of the earth, and her unspeakable variety. And again, let there be no creature upon her or within her the same. All her members, let them differ in their qualities, and let there be no creature equal with another. Here also is the voice of true science crying aloud, variation is the key of evolution. Thereunto art cometh the third, perceiving beauty in the harmony of the diverse. Know then, oh my son, that all laws, all systems, all customs, all ideals and standards which tend to produce uniformity, being in direct opposition to nature's will to change and to develop through variety, are accursed. Do thou with all thy might of manhood strive against these forces, for they resist change, which is life, and thus they are of death. Say not in finest that such stagnations are unity, even as the last victory of thy free will. With unity for thy will, move out through free function according to its particular nature, to the end of the solution of all complexities. And the ideas and standards are attempts to all be on that way, although for thee some certain ideal be upon thy path. Yet for thy neighbor it may not be so. Set all men the horse, not thou speed as the foot soldier upon his way. Indeed. But what hast thou done to the birdman? Thou must have simple laws and customs to express the general will, and so prevent the tyranny or violence of a few. But man to try them not. Now then, herewith I will declare unto thee the limits of the civil law, upon the rock of the law of the Lima.
Hello, you're angry, I'm happy. Leave me alone, I can't argue with you. Hello, you angry, I'm happy. Leave me alone, I can't argue with you. Hello, pack you up, leave me alone. Pack you up, I'm going home. You angry, I'm happy, leave me alone. Hello, pack you up, you angry, I'm happy, leave me alone, I can't argue with you. Hello, pack you up, you angry, I'm happy, leave me alone, I can't argue with you. Hello, pack you up, leave me alone. Pack you up, I'm going home. You angry, I'm happy, leave me alone. Hello, pack you up, you angry, I'm happy, leave me alone, I can't argue with you.
Consider the bond of a cold climate, how it maketh man a slave. He must have shelter and food with fierce toil. Yet thereby he becometh strong against the elements, and his moral force waxeth, so that he is master of such men as live in lands of sun, where bodily needs are satisfied without struggle. Consider also him that willeth to excel in speed or in battle, how he denieth himself the food he craveth, and all pleasures natural to him, putting himself under the harsh order of a trainer, so by this bondage he hath at the last his will. Now then the one by natural, and the other by voluntary restriction have come each to greater liberty. This is also a general law of biology. For all development is structuralization, that is, elatation and specialization, an originally indeterminate protoplasm, which latter may therefore be called free. In the definition of a pedant. There shall be no property here and there. There shall be no property here and there. There shall be no property here and there. There shall be no property in human flesh. Every man and every woman hath right indefeasible to give the body for the enjoyment of any other. The exercise of that right shall not be punished either by law or by custom. There shall be no penalty either by loss or curtailment of liberty, of rights, of willful social esteem. But this freedom shall be respected of all, seeing that it is the right of the bodily will. For this same reason thou shalt cause full restriction and punishment of any who may seek to limit that freedom for the sake of his own profit or desire or ideal. Every man and every woman hath full right either to grant or to deny the body, as the will speaketh within. This being made custom, the evils of love, which are many, extending to the disturbance not only of body but of mind, and that in obscure parts shall little by little disappear from the face of his unspeakable glory. There shall be no property in human love. There shall be no property in human love. There shall be no property in human love. There shall be no property. Thou that art the child of mine own bowels, how shall I write to thee concerning children? For herein is the Gordian knot in our whole rope of wisdom, and it may not be severed by sword, no, not of a greater than Alexander the two-horned. And it is a balance like that of the egg, and the violence of a Columbus will but crack the tender shell, which we must first of all preserve. Now sentinel to this fortress standeth a certain paradox of general application, and in this large order I will declare it, so that its particular sense may enlighten thy mind hereafter. And this is the paradox, that there are bonds which lead to slavery and bonds which lead to freedom. All we are bound in many fetters by enwirement, and it is for ourselves in great part to determine whether they shall enslave us or emancipate us. And I will make clear this thesis to thee by the way of illustration. There shall be no property on the only earth. There shall be no property on the earth. There shall be no property on the earth. There shall be no property. There shall be no property in human thought. Let each think as he will concerning the universe. But let none seek to impose that thought upon another by any threat or penalty in this world or any other way. Look now, though I enkindle thee to effort in thy way, yet it is the way of thy will. And I say not even that thou dost well to haste therein, for the whole matter lieth in thy will. And and to force thyself against thy nature would be an obstacle to thy passage. But if I urge thee to run, well, this race as an athlete, it is because I have perceived in thy nature that fierce lust and mighty concentration in that will. And I write this letter unto thee, knowing well that thou wilt rejoice exceedingly therein, since it is an expression of thine own will, and it may be a discovery thereof, which thing thou vehemently seekest. I charge thee therefore that thou permit none to tyrannize any but in thought, nor to freshen on any otherwise to blaspheme the great liberty of thy life and the sign of the great cosmos, or of his vicegerent, and in the little shall be no remedy in human blood. There shall be no remedy in human blood. There shall be no remedy in human blood. There shall be no remedy. Demotir, vitae. Learn then, O my son, that all phenomena are the effect of conflict, even as the universe itself is a nothing expressed, as the difference of two equalities, or and thou wilt, as the divorce of Nuit and Hadith. So therefore every marriage dissolveth a more material, and createth a less material complex. And this is our way of love, rising ever from ecstasy to ecstasy. So then all high violence, that is to say, all consciousness, is the spiritual orgasm of a passion between two lower and grosser opposites. Thus light and heat result from the marriage of hydrogen and oxygen. Love from that of man and woman, dhyana or ecstasy from that of the ego and the non-ego. But be thou well grounded in this thesis corollary that one or two such marriages do but destroy for a time. The exacerbation of any complex to deracinate such is a work of long habit and deep search in darkness for the germ thereof. But this once accomplished, that particular commence is destroyed or sublimated forever. De be morgis. Something it is, something it is karma. Something it is, something it is karma. Now then understand that all opal, seach into the way of nature created violence if thine excretory system do its function, not at its fullest. There come poisons in the blood, and the consciousness is modified by the conflicts or marriages between the elements heterogeneous. Thus, if the liver be not efficient, we have melancholy. If the kidneys coma, if the testes or ovaries, loss of personality itself, also, and we poison the blood directly with belladonna, we have delirium vehement and furious with hashish, visions fantastic and enormous with an alonium, ecstasy of color and one not, with diverse germs of disease, disturbances of consciousness varying with the nature of the germ, and also with ether. We gain the power of analyzing the consciousness into its planes and even of discovering the hidden will and judgment upon any question, and so for many others. But all these are, in a mystical sense, poisons. That is, we take two things diverse and opposite, binding them together so that they are compelled to unite. And the orgasm of each marriage is an ecstasy, the lower dissolving in the higher. Isaac! That at the end of that secret way lies a garden wherein is a rest house prepared for thee. For to him who cares thee are not truly satisfied
tempted to refresh and repeat dialectical recurrence. But on him that is bodily pure this Tareka Solar or lucid sleep, wherein the visions of pure light fashioned by the true vision. And this is called by the Kabbalists the sleep of Shiloh. And
Bluetooth.
Do bring up Koreans. These are annual exercises which are designed to prepare the readiness, is that a redundancy, of our troops and their troops, and also to send a message to China and North Korea as kind of a deterrence. And the president told them to sit down in some of those maneuvers and also issued statements of adulation toward Kim Jong-un. Now, Kim Jong-un is pointing missiles at the United States. Kim Jong-un is firing missiles into the Pacific, testing, in violation of international sanctions. Kim Jong-un has talked about how he can and might at some point, it may just be rhetoric, hopefully it's just rhetoric, reach U.S. territories or the mainland. Juxtapose that with what's going on with Canada right now. And I know there's been a lot of discussion about the economic implications of all of this for obvious reasons. We are talking about tariffs and counter tariffs. But my mind immediately went to NORAD. A lot of people don't quite understand. It's called the North American Aerospace Defense Command. It's not a U.S. operation. It's a U.S. Canadian joint operation. In fact, it's the world's only binational military command. It jointly protects the United States and Canadian airspace and the waters surrounding both countries. Do we want to jeopardize this relationship while improving our relationship with... Here we got a joint defense operation with the United States and Canada versus a guy who knows what's on his mind and what he might next do, Kim Jong-un. And he's sucking up to Kim Jong-un, and he's at war with Prime Minister Carney. To me, that's a little bit alarming. Canada, a lot of people don't realize, is involved in Arctic surveillance for our defenses. Because of geography,